One chance has become a pandemic in Nigeria. So today I'm going to teach you how to resist, evade, and escape from these one chance people. But before I do that, what is one chance? Now, if you're in Nigeria, you don't need an explanation. You already know what is one chance. One chance is a group of criminals or syndicates that move in vehicles. They occupy the vantage position of the vehicle. The driver is a criminal. The passenger in front of, close to the driver, is a criminal. Then the people sitting close to the windows are also criminals. Now, what they usually do is that when you come to enter, they will be like, okay, you can sit in the center. Me, I'll be dropping here. You know? And then you foolishly agree. Then you become a victim. Now, some of them have made it even more complex. How did they do that? When you come and see the vehicle, you will see that the window position is free. There's one person sitting by the other side of the window. Then the window position is free. Then you'll be like, okay, fine, let me enter. The other criminal is waiting right like 1 kilometer away from where you are. And he's waiting. So when they pick you up, they stop for the other criminal and then he enter. Automatically, you are in the middle. Now, you have to understand how these people pick their victims. Now, you have to think like a criminal. Now, number one, how do they do this? There are people that have never fallen victim to one chance because they are physically built well. And when they see these people, they will be like, nah, this one is going to cause too much headache for us. They usually go for tiny guys that are not physically built, slim, and mostly ladies also, because they know that ladies, some of them too, they fear. So how can you stop yourself from becoming a victim? Number one, be very, very suspicious. Situational awareness, environmental awareness. There are places that are prone to criminal activities. You will hear that, so place, now bad guys full that place. Don't take it for granted. When you listen to things like that, in every rumor, there's an element of truth. Be very, very suspicious. When you stop a vehicle and your gut is telling you, Kai, there's something wrong. Dude, don't take that chance. Never take chances when it comes to your survival. I told you guys before, be stubborn with your survival. Never take chances when it comes to your life, to your well-being as an individual, because self-defense largely depends on the kind of decision you take. But the question is, what if you took all the caution, you did all you could, but you still end up with these people? How are you going to escape? That is the question. Now, when you end up with these people, two things are involved. It's either they rob you of your belongings and then they throw you out. Or worst case scenario, they take you away, kidnap you. And if they begin to ask you for your phone, your wallet, your money to give them, you give them and you see they are still moving, they are not saying anything, then they are taking you to a second location. And for those of you that know the second location theory, you know what's up. Now, I will advise you to struggle because that is what I will do. But before you struggle, you have to assess the situation. You have to assess their numbers. You have to assess their build. You have to assess the vehicle. You have to assess the driver. Look, there are a lot of things that I cannot say here for obvious reasons. But the only thing I can tell you is if you choose to struggle, make sure you go for the driver. Because he is the one taking you to your destination and you don't want to get to the second location. So go for the driver. Make sure that your priority is to get into an accident. Make sure the vehicle is involved in an accident. The moment that vehicle becomes immobile, everybody will drop and scamper for safety. There is another thing that you can do. Now, if you are like me that carry a concealed dagger, if you ask me, I am an operator, what are you going to do in that situation? Well, my approach will be different from your own. Now, the reason why my approach will be different from your own is because 50% of my reaction is attributed to my training. The remaining 40% is attributed to my stubbornness and sheer will to survive. And this is what I will do. The moment I begin to suspect and see a sign of hostility towards me, I'm going on a spree. I'm going on a stabbing spree. Everybody in that vehicle is going to get it. If you carry a concealed dagger and you find yourself in that situation, don't allow them to, because if they react first, that means they have the advantage over you. And it will be very, very difficult for you to get out of that situation. So this is what I will do. First things first, the first person to get it is the driver. If I have a tactical dagger on me, I'm giving the driver. And I'm not giving him anywhere. I'm giving him around the neck and the face. And the reason why I'm giving him around the neck and the face is because I need him to stop that vehicle. You need that vehicle to stop. So make sure you behave like a wild dog. Nobody should calm you down. At that place, you need to be mad. Instead of me to shout and panic, I calculate for attack. Instead of me to be begging for my life, I observe. I know it's hard to do some of these things. A lot of you will say, hey, I'm an operator. Is it not because of your training you are saying all these things? But guys, it all comes down to mindset. That is why I tell you guys, you have to be dangerous and be stubborn with your survivor. Before I leave my house, I work out different scenarios of different incidents that could happen. I enter public transport, and then, now, irrespective of my training, I am very, very careful because one of my training is caution and common sense. If you are a lady, your power of observation should be ×3. If the power of observation of a man is 1, your own should be 3. You have to be very, very, very observant. Don't take chances. If that vehicle looks like it's dangerous, bro, it's dangerous. Let it go. Get another one. Now, the truth is, in self-defense, no matter the kind of planning you do, some things just happen. But self-defense is to prepare you, to give you that mindset. Now, I have a lot of things I would love to say, but I feel like the one chance people will still watch this video, so I have to reserve it. So stay safe out there, and don't forget, remain dangerous.